Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl TK. Look, I really wanted to get online real quick and talk to you guys about Mr. Joe Biden. Actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about, and the sun is in y'all face. I am so sorry. But I really wanted to get online and talk to you guys about the ending of Black History Month with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And she had some students that came in to see the Emmett movie, and they were basically from the south side of Chicago, darling. Now, honestly, when I think about this whole situation, I want you guys to understand, in my opinion, now this is my opinion, TK, okay? I'm going to express how I feel in its entirety. But in my opinion, I really feel like this is a horror story living out. Honestly, listen to this real quick. Here it goes. Emmett Till, he was a child. He was abducted, tortured, and lynched for offending a white woman. Let me say it again. Emmett Till was a young child who was abducted, tortured, and lynched for offending a white woman. Okay? Remember, he was a child when this happened. Now, as of recent, Joe Biden, he went in and he said, you know what, we're going to do away with the anti-lynching. So that means you can't just go out there and hang, abuse a child, a woman, or man who may be of color. But please note something, okay? I want y'all to jot it down, take a picture, do what you need to do, darling. But understand that lynching may not be of the use of hanging with a noose, but the shit is still going on. And it's still a horror story out here for people of color. Do you hear me, baby? It is still a horror story. Do you realize that although there may not be lynching that goes on, there are people who have badges, and those badges come with horror? Do you realize how many men and women are dying on a daily basis? Sandra Bland, she went inside a fudging car with a police officer, a working class woman. And guess what happened? They still don't know what the fudge happened to her. She was on her way allegedly to an interview. She was going out of state or something but the situation that happened with Sandra Bland, it's just a horror story. She was in police custody and homegirl died. Sister's gone. The umpteenth amount of men who have died, by the hands of police officer Corey Banks, just standing still because his car went down. His car had mechanical failure and he was waiting for a tow truck. His ass is dead. Do you hear me? The umpteenth amount of black and brown people who are dying by the hands of police officers. By the hands of police officers. Y'all need to understand, it's a horror story in its entirety. And honestly, I'm still surprised that it's still continuing. And we are in 2023 and we're still talking about, save our lives, black and brown lives matter. But when in reality, how does it matter? Because you can have a bill or a law put in place, but if you do not act on these things that are happening, then the behaviors, the attitudes, the ignorance still are in place. It still is allowed to occur. So yes, Joe Biden put a bill in place, but does it mean that the lynching stopped? No, there's just a different form that is occurring, and that is the killing by police officers. That is the modern day form of lynching that is occurring to black and brown people, and that behavior should not be taken care. That behavior should not be happening. That behavior should be, resolved by now. We're in 2023 and we're in modern day slavery. It is definitely occurring, guys. And we can't just put a shield over our eyes and say, no, it's not occurring, especially when it's right in front of your face. You can see it, damn it. I know you can, because if I can see it, I know you can see it as well. These are the behaviors that's out here, y'all. And we have to speak up about it. When you see it, say something. We cannot keep putting a cover over our eyes as if we don't see what's going on, when in reality, we see everything that is occurring, everything that is happening. These lives that are being killed by, public officials are just like mind-blowing. And then on top of that, they have the legal system that backs them up and allows them to get away with these illegal acts. And I know that the legal system will back them up, because if you just look at my court case in its entirety, honey, every law, rule, and regulation has been broken. That is why there is a constitutional breach right now, and no judge would intervene, which is sickening. It's a very sad situation, but it did happen. Anyhow, guys, if you didn't have a chance to watch that little interview that happened with the kids from the south side of Chicago, and they were talking about basically the lynching that happened to that young child. Oh my gosh, I absolutely think you should check out that video with President Biden, the kids that came from the south side of Chicago, and also look at the achievements that these young children are doing these days, because we want to see it. I love to see it, especially me, because guess what? I'm a woman of color. I was a high school dropout with a master's degree, and even with all these successes, I still have so many umpteen amounts of failures, and I'm still trying to figure out how with me being fully successful, how am I a failure? How am I not able to get a job in corporate America, or retain or contain or continue to keep a job in corporate America? That's the word I'm looking for. With all these successes, fully successful, and I was still fired from my job. These are the things that I don't understand. So, yeah, lynching, you may have went away, but those same behaviors have still evolved in modern times. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna go. Y'all know that I have a community tab, so if you ever want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on my community tab. Also, I have Instagram, and my Instagram handle is TK_KNOWLES01. So add your girl on Instagram so I know it's real. Peace, love, and happiness, guys. I want you guys to be out there staying safe, staying blessed, and remembering always dwelling. Mind y'all motherfucking business. Bye.